scream so loud, the big sky stretching past the clouds. Frozen rivers break their chains, Saskatchewan's got the bigger dreams. Canada's grip, it holds too tight, but the South it calls in the dead of night. Fields of wheat, they yearn for more, a better deal just past that door. Canada's grip, it holds too tight, but the South it calls in the dead of night. Fields of wheat, they yearn for more, a better deal just past that door. Oh, Saskatchewan, break the line, cross the border, leave behind. Stars and stripes, they'll set you free. USA, your destiny. Oh, Saskatchewan, break the line, cross the border, leave behind. Stars and stripes, they'll set you free. The USA, your destiny. Taxes high, they weigh us down. Promises lost in Ottawa's town. We've been forgotten, left to fade. Time to rewrite the deal we made. Mountains far we've never seen. We're just the land where the cold is mean, but freedom south where the sun does shine. It's time to take what should be mine. Oh, Saskatchewan, break the line, cross the border, leave behind. Stars and stripes, they'll set you free. The USA, your destiny. Oh, Saskatchewan, break the line, cross the border, leave behind. Stars and stripes, they'll set you free. The USA, your destiny.
Together side by side. Mountains rise, frozen veins feed, shifting tides, sowing the seed. North sky fire burns so high, joining hands under shared sky. Welcome, welcome, Greenland folk. Stars and stripes, your story told. Unite the land seas far and wide. We'll walk together side by side. Can freeze, strength and spirit, lands and seas. Borders fade like melting snow. Together stronger, onwards go. Welcome, welcome, Greenland fold. Stars and stripes, your story told. Unite the land seas far and wide. We'll walk together side by side. King, no crown, ice can freeze. Strength in spirit, lands and seas. Borders fade like melting snow. Together stronger, onwards go. Welcome, welcome, Greenland fold. Stars and stripes, your story told. Unite the land seas far and wide. We'll walk together side by side. Together
welcome to the NPC show. Deprogramming the world one NPC at a time. I'm your host, Frank. Today is Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026. March 3rd, 33. You know what that means? I don't know, guys. But yes, anyways, hello, guys. Good morning. Give me 1 second. Still setting stuff up. What is this? Okay, good. There we go. That works fine. That works fine. What is this? There we go. All right. Boy, this is weird. The scrub. There you go. That's freaking better. What a dumb platform these days. Hello, guys. Good morning. Hello, Daisy, Bourbon. Oh, by the way, it's today's Stubaka's birthday. Happy birthday, Stubaka. Thank you for being here. Longtime member. Also a supporter. Thank you very much, Stubaka, for being here. Thank you, buddy. Happy birthday, Stubaka. Anyway. Let's see. Oh my God. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, what does crypto look like right now? Because that's a big piece of news. Wow. Holy crap. Let me see something real quick. I don't know how bad of a piece of news could that be? Yeah, let's do it. Good Lord. That's interesting. If you're wondering what I'm screaming about, here, let me show you. Let's just go right to let's do the bilateral meeting first, and then we'll do the show, okay? No, fuck it. We'll do the bilateral meeting afterwards. That's fine. The show's not that long. It's just a lot of videos to watch. But Trump basically did the bilateral meetings right now with Germany, and he just said that we're going to cut off all trade from Spain. We do not want anything to do with Spain. This is after they refused to pay their NATO dues, the 5% everyone else is paying. As well as kicking our military out of their country. Yeah. So crypto is dumping right now. But not really dumping. It was on its way up. It's headed right back down right now. Like I don't know, Spain's not a big country, but again, this impacts the entire EU, right? Sorta, in a way. Wow. Hey, let me play that clip real quick. Here we go. And I'll go back to saying good morning to everyone.
Some of the European, like Spain, has been terrible. In fact, I told Scott to cut off all dealings with Spain. Spain, first of all, it started when every European nation, at my request, paid 5%, which they should be doing. And everybody was enthusiastic about it, Germany, everybody. And Spain didn't do it. And now Spain actually said that we can't use their bases, and that's all right. We could use their base if we want. We could just fly in and use it. Nobody's going to tell us not to use it, but we don't have to. But they were unfriendly, and so I told him that we don't want to. Spain has absolutely nothing that we need other than great people. They have great people, but they don't have great leadership. And as you know, they were the only country that in NATO would not agree to go up to 5%. I don't think they would have agreed to go up to anything. They wanted to keep it at 2%, and they don't pay the 2%.
Yeah, they keep it they want it at 2%, but they still only pay 1.2.
So we're going to cut off all trade with Spain. We don't want anything to do with Spain.
Wow. That just happened right now. That just popped up, and I'm like, what the hell? Wow. I didn't think it was going to go that hard on Spain, but okay. The last I checked, we're still trading with some hostile people, right? Some hostile countries against us, but I'm talking about China, by the way. We still trade with China. We're not trading with Spain. That is amazing. Wow. Anyways, good morning, Daisy, Bourbon, Amber, Mary. Good to see you, Carrie, Sherry. Wow, a lot of Aries today. Charlene, Mr. Null, Christian Moore, Charlene, Mary again, Sherry, Bendy. Good to see you. Regional, hello to you. Mary and Janet Pink Poodle, good to see all of you. Hello to everyone over on Rumble. Thank you very much. Is it TP Kendall? TP Kendall, thank you for gifting 5 subscriptions over on Rumble. Thank you very much. Congratulations to Critty. Who else got one? Oh, there's 4 more to claim. You guys gotta be kidding me. Oh no, that's in the second one. Right? This is faction. Congratulations, faction. 3 more to claim if you guys want to switch over and claim it over on Rumby. Told you guys to make it count. You know, YouTube gave me a very BS strike earlier this over the weekend. Okay, literally calling me a cyberbully for rebutting the Capitol Police guy that was trashing Cara Castronova, a female journalist, literally just talking shit to her. Okay, and I rebutted him, and they called me the cyberbully. And this guy's literally physically in front of her bullying her, and they call me the cyberbully. Gave me a strike for that. So they're, again, YouTube's doing the thing again where they're just giving people invalid strikes just to get rid of them, get them all off the platform. That's why you guys gotta get on over to this side over here. I mean not this side over here over on Rumble. And there's a couple more gifted subs to be claimed if you guys want to do that. But told you guys to make an account, give me a follow. Now you guys are like, oh, I gotta make that account, get that free route, you know, so you can hang out with us while we talk about my Big Mac pizza, which I made another one of, by the way. The second one's even better. The second one's very much closer to a Big Mac, by the way. Anyways, thank you very much, TB Kendall. Hello to Josie, Daisy. Hello to Jillian, Mary. Hello to, good morning, Dixie Sam. Good morning, Faction. Good morning, Campbell, Diamond G, Critty. Good morning to all of you. Thank you for being. Hello, Diamond G again. Where are we at? Anybody new? Anybody new? West be playing. Hello to you. Good morning. And hello to people over on Foxhole. Ooh, we got a few already. Thank you very much, Curious Cat and Sean Joe, with the donation. Good morning to Opposable Thumbs, Subpack Vet. Hello to you. Gentry's Garage. Good morning. Stephanie Sprague, Donna Bolibby. Hello to you. Subpack Vet again. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Anywho, hello Rhonda. Hello Tanya. Hello Barry. Anyways, happy birthday again to Stu Baca. We did celebrate your birthday just right now. I hope you have a wonderful one. Anyways, let's get going because we got seems like a pretty juicy bilateral meeting there. And then we've got a piece by Joshua. Oh, you know what? Let's flip the order of this. We have a presser by thank you for screwing up on me again, YouTube. Unbelievable. What did you do? Hire the Rumble developers or something? How come everything's messed up now? I don't understand. I can't reorder things on the watch later list. I have to refresh to get that to work, by the way, if you guys are wondering what the heck I'm screaming about. Good Lord. See, I got to refresh, and then suddenly it's working. No, it's still not working. Wow. You guys are something else over on YouTube, huh? $1 billion budget, and you can't get one function. This one function that everyone's been using for years to continue to work properly. That is amazing. Anyways, must have hired the Habibi Bros or something. If you don't understand that comment, they used to be developers over on Rumble. Anyways, let's get going. Hello, Rodney. Good to see you. First story of the day: Russian mogul Umar Ding Dong, who called Ghislaine Maxwell his soulmate, is found gone in a luxury Moscow apartment. Just weeks after his name surfaced in the Epi files. Look at that. No longer with us. No longer with us. Holy crap. Anyways, so he's no longer with us. Next story. Bill Clinton, his deposition was released. He apparently exonerated Donald Trump. So a lot of these people like to say that Trump and Epstein were best buddies. They're going by the fake emails, the fake letters, the fake drawings for whatever reason. The fake drawings that Donald Trump made. They're alleging that they're real. They're saying, oh, look at their best buddies. Pay attention to these 13,000 Epstein files, not the others, not the remaining 2.8 million that were released recently. Pay attention to these 13,000. At least that's what the media is doing, right? By the way, if you're wondering why we're covering this first, yesterday we had a super chat that says that they allege that Donald Trump was covering up the Epstein files by starting a war in Iran. So now we're covering the Epstein files again, okay? So here we go. Bill Clinton confirmed that Donald Trump and Epstein had a falling out over a land deal after repeated attempts by Democrats trying to bait him. So they're Democrats, the people asking questions were trying to bait him into trashing Trump and creating all these fake narratives and ties that tie Trump and Epstein together. Meanwhile, they're absolutely not talking at all about the 2.8 million other Epstein files that were just released recently, focusing it entirely on the ones that the SDNY initially gave to Pam Bondi to begin with. Why? Because those are all the Republican ones. Less than 1% of the Epstein files are Republicans. Anyways, here we go.
Every man who's taken the...
Thank you for the Habibi bros, you couldn't program third-party cookies into the embedded players on Rumble. You were there when they were developing all this stuff.
And then second, of course, this deposition also sets...
Good Lord, 10 minutes? Let me guess, Gregory? Oh no, it's Jordan Conderson. You only clipped a 10-minute clip. Holy shit. Let's see, video. One of the congressmen kicked off the Trump line of questioning by asking if Trump should be dragged in to testify before the House Oversight Committee, and Clinton responded, "That's for you to decide." Then, before they could move on for Representative James Walkinshaw, a Democrat from Virginia, to ask his questions about Trump, Clinton added, he says, "I hate this because I don't believe I should inject anything, but I do not want to leave the impression I do not want to leave the impression." Anyways, but since there was no follow-up question, the president never fucking ass, dude. Is this a quote or is it not? It's a quote. Okay, so this whole thing is a quote. The hyphens are killing me, you guys. Jordan Conderson and Jay Valentine, you guys and your hyphens are this is ridiculous. I don't know where you learn this hyphen crap, where you use hyphens to denote pauses, but it's atrocious. And it's never been taught to me growing up that is appropriate English, and I used to teach English. Okay, holy shit. I hate this. Okay, this whole thing's apparently a quote. It threw me off because he threw hyphens in here. The whole thing's a quote. He said, Bill Clinton said, "I hate this because I don't believe I should inject anything, but I do not want to leave the impression. But since there was no follow-up question, that period should be a comma, that B should be lowercase. Done." That would have alleviated a lot of confusions here. Okay? Because that before the period there, that is a sentence fragment. Threw me completely off. It makes it mean something completely different. Anyways, "I hate this because I don't believe I should inject anything, but I do not want to leave the impression. But since there was no follow-up question..." Okay, so that shouldn't even be a comma or a period. Got it. You see how I read that? You see how that made sense? Yeah. "I hate this because I don't believe I should inject anything, but I do not want to leave the impression. But since there was no follow-up question, comma, the president never, this is 20-something years ago, never said anything to me to make me think he was involved in anything improper with regard to Epstein either. He just didn't. He just said we were friends, and then he said a falling out over a land deal property deal." Boy, this guy. So they're quoting Bill Clinton. I'm assuming you're trying to fix whatever the hell he said, but this is way too many commas and hyphens. Holy shit. Anyways, you can't ask for much from a guy who interviewed Carrie Lake wearing tennis shoes, right? He interviewed Carrie Lake wearing tennis shoes. You never lived that down. I've been shitting on you since that day. I'm kidding, by the way, Jordan. I love you, buddy. But holy crap, yeah, we're not watching this 10-minute clip here. You should have clipped that a little bit better. But got it. Thank you, Jordan. It's one paragraph, dude. Come on. Anyways, Clinton further testified that the conversation occurred in 2002-2003 on Trump's gold course during a charity tournament for a program that combats domestic violence. In quotes, he said, "He somehow knew that I flown Jeffrey's aircraft, and he said, we had some great times together over the years, but we fell out all because of a real estate deal. And he said, I'm sorry it happened. That's all." So according to Clinton, that was about it in terms of like their relationship, and that apparently ended in 2002. Anyways, Clinton further did not have any. By the way, this also vindicates Steve Bannon a little bit, because if you're not aware, there was some contact between him and Epstein, and apparently Steve Bannon was trashing Trump. But again, they had beef. Jeffrey and Trump had beef. So apparently Steve Bannon's pretending to not like Trump as well, to buddy up to Jeffrey to get favors and whatnot, right? But Steve Bannon was absolutely instrumental in getting Trump elected the first time. Remember that remember that presser with the Clinton's victims? Remember that? Yeah, Steve Bannon organized all that. So, I believe in his defense that's basically what he said, was that he was playing along with Jeffrey Epstein's beef with Trump in order to at least get on his good side, okay? Because there's nothing that Bannon's actually done that has actually harmed any of Trump's administration or campaigns, first or second. So again, playing along with the villain in order to keep the whole thing about keeping your enemies closer type of deal. Anyways, it says here, Clinton further did not have any more damning details to provide when they kept digging for dirt in a conversation of the nature of Trump's friendship with Epstein. Got it. So I definitely read that, clarified and read that faster than this 10-minute video. So we're gonna move on, okay? I don't have time for that 10-minute video. Most of this is the Iranian stuff. So, next story. The Clinton Mace shouting match. Here it is, guys. You've been waiting for this. We've been talking about this. So basically, this whole thing started, right? The deposition started. Hillary did not realize that she was being recorded, so she was being a total cant to begin with. Like, right off the bat, just being a total cant. And then at some point, she realized she was being recorded. She started like kind of dialing down her tone. Here we go.
Ask the question. I'm going to answer your question.
Now you're going to yell
This
at
was
me?
what I spent
You're
my
going to yell at me.
time doing.
I'm a survivor trying to look out for other survivors, trying to
and
protect
I
them.
was taking care of
You waited
the
6
people
months
who
to
lost
get here today.
3,000
6 months,
lives
and now you're being
at World
defiant
Trade
and
Center.
indignant today.
You asked me about
I have met
Howard
with Epstein
Lutnick.
survivors. I'm a survivor myself. You have emails. You've denied that that you tried to get Jeffrey Epstein to give money to you.
I did
but
not.
Howard Lutnick was
If
used
you
to
have an
get
email
money.
with me asking Jeffrey
I
Epstein
have
for
an
money,
email from Howard Lutnick sending it to Jeffrey Epstein and his people to
I
raise
don't-
money for
I don't
you
know about-
for an event, an intimate event for you at his offices
Well,
at Cantor Fitzgerald. You're
look,
going to sit
if
here
you-
today
if you would
and,
let me
and,
finish.
and obfuscate and say to this committee, you didn't try to get money from Jeffrey
I
Epstein
didn't.
when
I
there was an
didn't.
intimate event in an email that Howard Lutnick emailed to Epstein's people and Epstein to get him to come to your intimate event at Cantor Fitzgerald, a very small event. And so I'm not going to public. You want to yell at me, that's fine, but I'll yell right back.
Well,
okay? I am looking out for
it's
survivors.
very-
I'm doing
look.
the job that you would not do and refuse to do as Secretary of State.
Oh, wow. I'm doing the job that you refuse to do. Wow. By the way, she gets this from her mom. Yeah. If you're not aware about her childhood, her parents fought a lot. And so she would hear them argue all the time. Yeah.
Of State. Thank you, and I yield back to
No.
The whole talking over thing. I'm telling you, this is what happens when you criminalize domestic violence. You know?
I'm going to finish answering the question, which I have a right to do. I am very sympathetic to your personal situation. I have read about it. I have seen you testify or speak on the floor about it. And I very much sympathize with not only what you went through, but appreciate your effort to stand up for survivors. I was a senator representing the people who were murdered on 9/11. Nobody lost more people than Howard Lutnick. You can say whatever you want. You can call him and have him appear before the committee. But I knew him as the man who lost the employees that he knew intimately, including his brother.
Good morning, Janie. And by the way, GOP oversight audio team, there is a thing called a compressor. It is invented by a company called DBX. That company's still around. You need one of those. That audio level was all over the place. I had to go up and down on my slider. That's what my left hand is resting on, by the way, the slider for this shit. Good Lord. Anyways, boy, she's really unhinged, huh? Yelling, talking over. Good Lord. By a retired Air Force general who led U.S. military research lab that developed DEWs, directed energy weapons. He's gone missing. Yeah. Oh. What do you guys think happened? Do you think he was taken out to silence selling out the technology? Put a 1 if you think that put a 1 in the chat if you think that he was silenced from selling the technology to other countries. Put a 2 if you think that he was silenced so that he would never tell about what we did with those weapons. Because there's a lot of bad stories. Have you ever heard those stories about the DEWs? We've been using them since Desert Storm. Yeah, we've been irradiating the Iraqi people for a long time, man. Yeah. Wow. Okay, anyways, are we off to the Iraqi stuff? No, not yet. A Minnesota man has pled guilty in the $6 million autism scheme. Yeah. Prosecutors say he hired unqualified staff, billed fake hours, paid kickbacks, sent over $200,000 overseas, and used fake clients to carry out the scam. I don't know if this is the guy here, but this is the facility, man. He might just be an employee in all this. But this is one of Nick Shirley's videos, but you guys get the idea. So the autism scam, they are cracking down on it. Wow, so most of you are aware of those stories. Two, everyone's picking 2. Look at that. Except 1. 2 people said 1. Well, that's confusing to say. Anyways, so yeah, a lot of you know about the use of these DEWs. Yeah, it's been a thing. Yeah. Anyways, let's see. Next story. I'm sorry. You know what? By the way, earlier I said the DEW has been used since Desert Storm. It's been used since Operation Iraqi Freedom. That's George W. Bush, not H.W. It wasn't fully developed and deployed back then. What is this? The Supreme Court has blocked California's secret gender transition law for kids. Look at that. They said it violates parental rights. The parents have the right to know everything about their kids. The government doesn't just get to come in and provide them with transition meds that make them crazy and want to pew everyone in class, which has happened a number of times already. So this is good. Thank you very much. You see, all Trump had to do was give. The liberal justices, Sotomayor, Kagan, and Ketanji Brown are the dissenting justices. So all Trump had to do was give Amy Coney Barrett the cold shoulder, and she's now protecting kids. Look at that. But by the way, do you guys think she would have done this anyways had Trump not cold shouldered her at the State of the Union address? Put a 8 in the chat if you believe that she would have protected children regardless. Put a 9 if you think that Trump got to her and that's why she's falling in line right now with protecting kids and enforcing the law and things like that. Hello, Kathy. Good morning, dear. Firefighter of the century right there. So most of you say 9 is because Trump cold shouldered her. Okay. Well, at least we got this in. Parental rights being enforced nationwide. Look at that. Supreme Court handed a historic victory to parents over California's secret gender transition policies today. And it's a 6-2 ruling. So one person didn't vote at all? So I know there's 9. Anywho. He did shake her hand, but it was just like... he was just like... it was cold as hell, man. It's cold as hell. And you look at her face, she wasn't like, hi, Mr. President. Yeah, it wasn't like that. It was like, hi. He's gonna murder me soon. He's gonna force a pillow fight upon me like they did to Justice Scalise. Was it Scalise that got in a pillow fight by himself and died? I forgot who it was. It was the one under Obama, I believe, right? I forgot what happened. Anyways. Let's see. We got a few more till we get to the Iranian stuff. Here's some more good news out of the SCOTUS because of the cold shoulder. How can I see your content when you leave Utizzles? No, it's Rumble's free as well, but you know, you can join as a member over there as well. It's $5 a month, but you'll get access to our Rumble Premium Hangouts, where we mainly talk about food and pets. All the red glowing people. Scalia. I'm sorry, not Scalia. Anyways, yeah, you just you just look me up on Rumble. I have several channels there. You want to follow all of them, and Scalia, not Scalise. Sorry, Scalise is the guy who's still alive. He's a senator, right? Anyways, here's another good decision out of the SCOTUS. In a 6-3 ruling, they blocked the Democrat scheme to eliminate the lone GOP congressional seat in New York City. Yeah, so good stuff there. Good stuff happening. Thank you very much, Warrior Rod. Thank you for your donation. You're keeping the channel alive. Thank you, buddy. But guys, make sure you follow me on Rumble, because I got a strike on YouTube for no good reason, and so they're going to be this one by one deleting channels. We keep talking about politics. They desperately need to win this midterm in order to stop Trump and what he's doing. Okay, they want to try to impeach him again. They want to do this War Powers Act crap. Yeah, it's awful what YouTube's doing, man. They're all doing it again. Anyways, next story. This is a lady with a group of Iranian Americans. They are singing the original national anthem of Iran. Okay, it means that much to them, huh? Look at that. By the way, you in America, you have met many Iranians. I can tell you that. Many Middle Easterners in America adopt Hispanic names so that they can blend in better. Yeah, I met an Iranian named Antonio out in Denver. Nice guy. I think that's a poster of Reza Pahlavi, the son of the prior leader. Yay. Good stuff. Let's see next. Trump told CNN the biggest surprise in the war with Iran has been attacks on Arab nations. Because remember, we've been talking for the last 3 days about this. Iran is attacking any nation that ever hosted U.S. troops, ever. They're firing in Bahrain, Jordan, Kuwait, Qatar, and the UAE. Qatar has already formally declared war on Iran. And Saudi Arabia is mulling it over right now. They've summoned the envoy from Iran, but how? How are they going to get out of the country? All the airports got destroyed today, by the way. Let's see. Oh yeah, this one. We saw this yesterday. We briefly went over this yesterday. Oh, come on. This is one of the 3 pilots that got shot down through a friendly fire, and she's being approached by Iranian locals. And again, you're in a country you don't speak the language, right? Thankfully, the whole world speaks English, so they're able to communicate. Look how this conversation goes down.
You're fine? Really? You need something to help you? No problem, you're safe. You're safe.
No problem, you are safe. I can see your hair. I will not throw rocks at you.
Everything good? No problem. Thank you for helping us.
Thank you for helping us. Yeah. So no idea where the friendly fire came from. I don't think it's U.S. on U.S. I think our plane's a little bit better than that. We're not accidentally firing at each other. I'm pretty sure it's a radical Islamist rebels inside of Kuwait that were firing upwards. The government, it wasn't the government, I can tell you that. The government has prohibited anyone from attacking any jets in the sky, including their own army. Yeah, because of this incident, by the way. So they want to make sure that our allies are not shot down. So good stuff. Yeah, this appreciation from the Kuwaitis, this is a result of George H.W. Bush's Operation Desert Storm.
Everything for
here's the other guy. Here it is. Where are we at? There we go. Here's the other situation of here's the other jet that went down in Kuwait. He's also being approached by the locals. That guy right there actually has a stick, a club, and is about ready to attack him. Watch what happens. They're telling him, no, 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 no. So he's telling the U.S. pilot to get down on his knees. Others are telling the guy to stop. Did you see that? Did you see that? He says, "I'm American." He's like, "Oh, okay." Watch, listen to this again. I'm American. Okay. Hey, look at that, guys. Look at that. You know, the left, they keep alleging that we're unwanted there, that they don't want us there. But they're clearly not the case. I said, oh, okay. And they leave him alone. Eventually, they help get him to the Kuwaiti authorities, and then the Kuwaiti authorities are obviously going to, you know, ship him off to the nearest U.S. base. So good stuff happening out there, you know. Things CNN ain't talking about. Have you seen this scene out of CNN? How about the last one? Have you seen it out of CNN? No. You will soon, because they just got bought out by Paramount, right? That sucks. You know, that transit. You know how long an acquisition takes? 9 to 15 months. Yeah, it's a lengthy process. I've been a part of 2 of them. Not in media, one in fashion and one in logistics, food logistics. Next story. What is this one? Oh yeah, an F-16 shoots down an Iranian drone in Syria. There it goes. There's the approaching jet. That's the F-16. Oh! Look at that! Got him! Look at that! Wow. Yeah, I can't believe we're still flying jets that old, you know? I guess if it's still working. You know, the older jets, the F-16s and the 18s are faster than the F-22 Raptor? Yeah. They dialed it down. They did like, oh, we don't need it that fast. You know, it used to be they tried to outrun missiles, but because they're stealth now, it's like, oh yeah, we're fine. We'll coast it at 2,400 miles an hour. That's fine. Actually, no. So 2,400 miles. That's the Nighthawk, Blackbird. Anyways, next story. At least 2 Iranian drones strike the embassy in Saudi Arabia, in Riyadh. This is the U.S. embassy that got hit. That building, by the way, got leveled. Thankfully, though, no one was in it. Yeah.
Welcome back to this special edition of Out Front, the war.
Liar. Aaron Burnett's a liar. Let's get to the pictures. I just want to see the pictures. No pictures. Yeah, you're useless. Good Lord. Anyways, yeah, I saw pictures floating around elsewhere. Yeah, the building got leveled, but there's no one in there. I mean, why would you be in these? Why would any of our people be in these hot spots? You know, but it's like they're targeting it just for symbolic reasons. You know, oh, we take their government buildings out, they take out ours. Wait till you see what we took out today. Anyways, The Iranians, however, were successful in almost partially destroying a petroleum facility, an oil refining facility in Saudi Arabia. This is the Ras Tanura oil refinery. It is a little blackened and smoking. It is out of service right now. This is why oil prices are going up. And even worse, energy price, natural gas prices are going up. Natural gas prices in Europe went up another 30% today. That's on top of the 50% yesterday. So, they're not too happy about that. What is that? Triple in 2 days? Yeah, your lucky winter's almost over for ya. What are you gonna do next year though? You need that gas. You better make peace with Russia real fast. Next story. Yeah, so as a show of force, what am I saying? The leaders of the UAE have taken a tour of their Dubai Mall just to show the public, oh yeah, everything's fine, we're all okay. You should be calm because we're calm and everything. That's MBS, right? Is that MBS? That is MBS. Mohammed bin Salman, the main dude. So they went to take a stroll at the Dubai Mall to let everyone know, yeah, we're fine. We're fine. You should be fine. Everyone just go back to work. You'll be fine. You know, go make them widgets. I kill you, right? Anyways, I'm kidding, guys. So that's what they did that to guys. Communist countries, you gotta. When people panic, no one works. Yeah, that's the mentality there. So that's why they gotta do things like this. This isn't new, but this is an old. I don't think this is new. They're saying that she's presenting it like it's new. I don't think this is new. Oh, she's former RSBN, huh? Ashley. This is a news broadcast out of Iran, and they're saying, "Oh, you cannot hit us with our missiles. Allah protects us from your missiles." And then look what happens. Thank you, Twitter, for failing me again. Holy crap. Fucking awful, dude. We're going to beat YouTube. No, you're not. No, you're not. Anyways. So this is what happened. Yeah. That's funny. This was being circulated in Latin America. It says Allah es más grande. The Spanish. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, at least they're translating it. Yeah, this is old. That's what I thought. June from 2025. This is when Israel was attacking. This isn't new. Okay, so that's what I thought. I'm like, I've seen this. So that's this is older. This is from last year. Next story. What is this? Oh yeah, look what we did today. Today, the U.S. leveled a building where the experts in Iran meet up. This is a building, by the way, in which they used to vote for the supreme leader. Yeah, we leveled it completely today. And I believe they were in there. So that's a whole lot of... Oh, no, thank you very much, Josie Cooper. Thank you. You're a doll. Thank you. Thank you so much. So yes, we leveled the building, and by the way, we're gonna watch in the bilateral meeting. Trump has the German chancellor in town, so we're gonna watch that in a bit. And apparently, he does mention in that meeting that we took out pretty much all their new leaders, all the new leaders that just got elected in, that just got appointed into leadership because we wiped out their old leadership. They're all gone now again. So
of one of these cluster munition impacts just outside of Tel Aviv, but I'm told by a senior Israeli official that the Israelis just struck the Supreme Council gathering where the Iranians were meeting to choose a new supreme leader.
Wait, I thought they already I guess that was a temporary appointment, the guy we talked about the other day. So they were meeting to vote in a new supreme leader, and they just got leveled.
It's a significant development, and again speaks to the Israeli intelligence about this war. They just targeted the meeting in Tehran where what's left of the leadership was gathering to choose a new supreme leader. The Iranians are continuing their attacks against Israel. Right now we are in the community of Bnei Brak. It's a religious community outside of Tel Aviv.
Wow. So that's gone. This is what the building looks like now. That's the building in which they were meeting in. The meeting is still in progress. Just nobody's talking. Let's see. Oh yeah, they also attacked a city called Pardis. This is near Tehran. This is like in the suburbs. It is considered to be their technology capital, kind of like their Silicon Valley. And so they're hitting a variety of spots. Our side of this generally is not wasteful with their munitions. Very guided, very accurate. So wouldn't be surprised if they're losing a lot of their hacking centers or cybersecurity centers, things like that. Let's see. Tehran's Mehrabad airport was also targeted. Here it is. Very smoky. Lots of fires. Should have made a deal. Probably should have made a deal. Oh, and by the way, I don't know who, I believe, and I don't have it as part of the show because it's from an uncredible source, but apparently they reached out to Trump to negotiate, and Trump said it's too late. Yeah, it's very too late now. We already lost 6 dudes. We're not just gonna quit now. You know, we already lost 6 dudes, and you're already decapitated. Okay, you've already lost 2 governments. 2 governments have already been wiped out. You've lost your presidential compound, your parliament, your supreme building, whatever the hell that was. Your airport's getting destroyed. Here's more wreckage from their airport. Yeah. There we go. I mean, I don't know. Like you're now you're now on your way. You're in a death spiral, and now you want to negotiate. You had 3 meetings. We had 3 meetings with you. And you didn't make a deal all 3 times, and you refused to say, oh, we're not going to have a nuclear weapon. Yeah. And so, okay, this is the end result. And by the way, intelligence, and the reason I also dumped that from the show, let me pull that up, actually. I suppose we can talk about it, although it's not, to me, it's not credible because it's coming from our government, okay? So this is what they want us to believe. I don't know how real this is, okay? But this was stated on Fox News by, who's this guy? Steve Witkoff. Steve Witkoff confirms a jaw-dropping threat. He says, in the first meeting with Iran said to them directly with no shame that they controlled 460 kilograms of 60%, meaning it's 60% purified nuclear material that could be used, and it wouldn't take much more to make it 100. And he says, and they're aware that could make 11 nuclear bombs. So, and his caption, Trump did the right thing. But again, this is our government telling us this, right? So it's like hard to believe what's real. But here we go.
Sean, can be brought to 90%. That's weapons grade, in roughly 1 week, maybe 10 days at the outside. The 20% can be brought to weapons grade inside of 3 to 4 weeks. And let me say this, because I forgot this small little detail. In that first meeting, both the Iranian negotiators said to us directly, with no shame, that they controlled 460 kilograms of 60%, and they're aware that that could make 11 nuclear bombs, and that was the beginning of their negotiating stance. So they were proud of it. They were proud that they had evaded all sorts of oversight protocols to get to a place where they could deliver 11 nuclear bombs.
Yeah. Next story. Oh, look at this. Apparently Iran's naval presence in the Gulf of Oman is completely wiped out. This is what CENTCOM announced. They had 11 ships. Now they got 0 in 48 hours. Yeah. Look at that. That's a ship getting wiped out there. Oh, and by the way, so you know what's funny is like they're broadcasting that the Strait of Hormuz is closed. Apparently, we're broadcasting that it's open, and we're like somewhat trying to protect ships trying to get by. I don't know. I think all these ships need to just stay out of the area. It's just one shipping lane. Next story. Iran drone strike hits port of Salalah. That's not mispronounced. By the way, Oman was one of the mediators in the U.S.-Iran deal, and they got hit anyways. Look at that. That's the drone, and that is contact. Bam. Yeah. So there's that. Great, thank you, Twitter. You failure of a platform. Next story. Reports indicate that an oil facility in Fujairah, UAE, has caught fire after debris from an intercepted Iranian drone fell into the site. So, ooh, that's a bad fire. Look at that. Ooh. Anywho. Again, Twitter. Thank you. Wow. So nothing's working for you guys either anymore, huh? It's interesting. Maybe spend more time on your technology and less on your censorship. Yeah? How about that? Iran releases footage of firing a supersonic missile. Yeah. Yeah, we already know. Yeah, we can see everything going on. Yeah, thanks for letting us know. We already knew what it was. They censored everything. You see that? They blurred everything around it to hide its location. The moment you fired it, we already knew where it was. And we're already on our way. So, I mean, I don't know why you're... Oh, look, guys. We want to look scaly. We want to look tough. We're going to send missile pictures. Headed your way. Anyways. Wow. Twitter's really failing today, huh? Next story. U.S. Embassy in Lebanon says they will remain closed until further notice. Yes, we talked about yesterday how Lebanon has thrown its hat into the ring. They have fired missiles into northern Israel, and yeah, so they've jumped in on this fight. So, U.S. Embassy's closed there. Trump is open to supporting armed Iranian militias after speaking with the Kurdish leaders in Iran. This is, by the way, is according to the Wall Street Journal. So again, I don't know how credible that is because they lie a lot. What I will say though is that this was similar. I was like, oh, we got to arm the citizens. This is what we got to do. The citizens should be the ones fighting, to get their country back. We're just helping with destroying the Iran's military industrial complex. Thank you very much, David Stores, for the donation. Look at that. Thank you, David. Thank you. So anyways, yeah, I thought this was a great idea. By the way, they're gonna need water and food as well, because they're already having shortages. Yeah, Iran has already banned food exports, so they are not going to be eating very well for a while. Next story. Iran's parliament, where they burnt the American flag. Remember this incident here? Yeah. They burned the American flag and the British flag and chanted death to America. This was a normal activity in their parliament. This is what they did. How come America can have nukes but not Iran? Because we're not chanting death to Iran. We're trying to liberate their people. We're saying make Persia great again. Look at that. What an idiot. Did you burn your hands, sir? Yeah? Did that feel good? Oh, are you so proud of yourself, dipshits? Anyways, there's that. Next story. The UK confirms it will send the HMS Dragon. It's a Type 45 destroyer. So this ship is headed to the Iranian area. This, by the way, is in response to Cyprus. They had an Air Force base out in Cyprus. There's some island around the area, and they got attacked. So what is this? It's just funny as hell. Obviously, that's not real, but that is Keir Starmer's face. That is hilarious. I want to play this, but I can't because it's AI. That's hilarious. Anyways, God, I want to play that. Anyways, you know why they made that because the Brits hesitated to get involved, despite the fact that their base in Cyprus got hit. They were like, oh, you know, we have too many Iranians here. They're gonna start burning stuff if we get involved, and they did. By the way, here's another stabbing. 32-year-old man has been arrested for stabbing innocent people outside of a primary school in Birmingham, UK. 2 people are injured. Oh, this might be the one from yesterday, actually. I don't know. This was just posted this morning, but it might be the one from yesterday. Sounds familiar, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's happening again and again. We are, after all, after their home base, right? And they are, after all, living among all of us. So, next story. Marco Rubio did a presser. We're going to watch all of this, by the way, over in the watch party. But Marco Rubio says that he was asked, does the United States have a firm plan on how to deal with this power vacuum in Iran? Rubio responded with, our focus is the destruction of their ballistic missile capabilities. We hope that the Iranian people can overthrow this government. That's not the objective. So he's stating here that it is not our. We don't want to be the ones that do it. The people need to do it. Okay, we need to empower the people, and that's probably why Wall Street Journal talked about us arming the militias. They don't have a lot of weapons, and we shouldn't be sending our kids on boots on the ground. Which, by the way, is still on the table, as stated by Trump. By the way, so I hope that doesn't have to happen. Because again, if our people are the ones fighting for it, their people are not going to be the strong ones that win this. We need their people to be the ones strong enough to manage the country themselves. Anyways, we'll watch this whole thing when we get over to the other side. I already pretty much just covered whatever he just said. Next story. U.S. CENTCOM releases footage of the strikes on the Iranian missile launch site. So, from what I've heard, we've already destroyed half of their munitions. They had a big warehouse where they were storing it. We wrecked that warehouse, and it was apparently like half of it. Nope, we're not doing that. This sucks, man. These ads are terrible. Here we go. Bam! Look at that. That looks like a plain old truck, but it's not. That's a missile system in a truck. A mobile missile system that is gone. Here we go. Another one. Another ad, isn't it? Anyways, there we go. Oh, that one's moving. Look at that. Chugga, 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 chugga. Boom. Anyways, there's that one. Let's see. I wanted to go through the highlights of whatever's going on before we start the full hearing. Let's see what they're talking about. We'll start right here. Let's see. Trump on Iran. He says they have no navy. It's been knocked out. They have no air force. It's been knocked out. I showed you the air force base, the airports just right now. He says they have no air detection. That's been knocked out. That was like day one, I believe. That's like the first thing they did to protect their own pilots. Their radars are knocked out. Just about everything has been knocked out. I wonder if they use the discombobulator. You know. Trump says he may have. Oh yeah, so a lot of people have been calling this Israel's war. Yeah, it's theirs as well. But again, a lot of other people's wars became our wars when they funded ballot harvesting operation to install Biden to send themselves some money. Okay, we didn't care much for Somalia for the longest time, and now we do. Why? Because they're responsible for some of the most of the fraud, a lot of the fraud, pretty much all the fraud in Minnesota, and also across the nation in California, Chicago, and Washington. We're finding this as well. So again. They're stealing our own money. They're using our own money to pay for the ballot harvesters to steal elections to install Biden so that the Indian auto pen lady could send money to all these countries. So yes, it is absolutely our war now. Okay. So they're saying that, oh, this is Israel's war. Why are we in it? And Trump says that he may have forced Israel's hand. That he may have been the one asking Netanyahu to get involved, not the other way around. I think it was probably more of a mutual decision. You know, we know that this has been on the plan since Bush, since George W, and now it's just being finished off. And by the way, it doesn't end with Iran. We still got North Korea to deal with. We still got the CCP to deal with. And we know that the globalists want to deal with Russia. Okay. So I don't know if we're going to be on board with that. I don't think it doesn't, to me, it doesn't feel like Trump, Vance, or Rubio will be on board with that. But again, if the EU guys do a little false flag, then we're going to have to get involved, right? Well, we don't have to, but you know that propaganda machine. Thank you for subscribing to Mark Ritz. What else did he say? Trump says Israel didn't force his hand to attack them. He says maybe he's okay. These are the same thing. Let's watch this real quick.
If Israel forced your hand to launch these strikes, if Israel forced your hand to launch these strikes against Iran, did Netanyahu pull the United States into this war?
No, I might have forced their hand. You see, we were having negotiations with these lunatics, and it was my opinion that they were going to attack first. They were going to attack. If we didn't do it, they were going to attack first. I felt strongly about that. And we have great negotiators, great people that do this very successfully and have done it all their lives very successful. And based on the way the negotiation was going, I think they were going to attack first. And I didn't want that to happen. So if anything, I might have forced Israel's hand. But Israel was ready and we were ready, and we've had a very, very powerful impact.
Okay, good stuff. Next one, that's the same one. What is this one? Oh, this is about Spain and the trade.
Some of the European, like Spain, has been terrible. In fact, I told Scott to cut off all dealings with Spain. Spain, first of all, it started when every European nation, at my request, paid 5%, which they should be doing. And everybody was enthusiastic about it, Germany, everybody. And Spain didn't do it. And now Spain actually said that we can't use their bases, and that's all right. We could use their base if we want. We could just fly in and use it. Nobody's going to tell us not to use it, but we don't have to. But they were unfriendly. And so I told him that we don't want to. Spain has absolutely nothing that we need other than great people. They have great people, but they don't have great leadership. And as you know, they were the only country that in NATO would not agree to go up to 5%. I don't think they would have agreed to go up to anything. They wanted to keep it at 2%, and they don't pay the 2%. So we're going to cut off all trade with Spain. We don't want anything to do with Spain.
Wow. By the way, all this means right now is that they're just going to end up shipping their stuff to Portugal, and Portugal is going to make money middlemaning the items, right? But that again, it's going to affect their trade. What is this? Trump says Merz is opposite to Angela Merkel on energy and immigration in Germany. Are you sure about that? Because it doesn't seem like they're stopping any of it. They just imploded that nuclear plant. Remember I showed you the video yesterday? I don't know. I think Merz is saying that. You should probably observe their actions before saying that, because there's no way that he is anti-immigration and pro-nuclear and fossil fuel energy. You know what I mean? Gas energy, oil energy.
Expectations towards Germany. What can Germany do and what should Germany do to help you in this area?
Well, I think they're doing it. I mean, they're letting us land in certain areas, and we appreciate it. And they're just making it comfortable. We're not asking them to put boots on the ground or anything. I mean, we're just they're a respected country. I have a very good relationship with the country. We have, in particular, now with this new leader. I think he's an excellent leader. I had my differences with Angela. I said, "You're hurting your country with immigration, and you're hurting your country with energy." And we have a man sitting on my right that is, I think, pretty much the opposite of her on energy and the opposite on immigration. And I think he's doing very well.
Yeah, I don't agree with that one. CENTCOM says U.S. Navy guided missile destroyers are delivering on okay, got it. So this is just missiles going out. Pretty cool. Okay. What is this one? Trump on his decision to go to war with Iran. He says, I thought we were going to have a situation where we're going to get attacked. They were getting ready to attack Israel. Trump claims Iran was to attack first, not Israel. Let's see. Trump says the U.S. has an unlimited supply of middle and upper level interceptor missiles. Yeah, I read about that earlier. By the way, you know what he said? He said when Biden gave missiles to Zelensky, in which he didn't even use, he just sold it on the black market. Most of them ended up in the hands of African terrorists. He said that, but when Biden gave those away, he didn't replenish them. Yeah. So now he's having to replenish as well as make new ones for what's going on right now. Let's see. This is about oil prices. He says we have little high oil prices for a little while, but as soon as this ends, the prices are going to drop. I believe lower than even before. Yeah, very true. Very true. We're gonna use the output from Pakistan and India and Iran, and just flood the market with cheap oil. We're gonna bankrupt Russia so they stop the war.
If we have a little high oil prices for a little while, but as soon as this ends, those prices are going to drop, I believe, lower than even before.
Yeah. Trump says he's not happy with the UK adding, "This is not Winston Churchill that we're dealing with." I don't know what came first, this or the UK's decision to actually send that one ship. But again, they're only sending one ship to Cyprus, as a gesture of like, we're trying, right?
And I'm not, by the way, I'm not happy with the UK either. That island that you read about, the lease, he made it, for whatever reason, he made a lease of the island. Somebody came and took it away from him. And it's taken 3-4 days for us to work out where we can land there. It would have been much more convenient landing there as opposed to flying many extra hours. So we are very surprised. This is not Winston Churchill that we're dealing with.
Let's see, what is this? Trump says worst case in Iran is a new leader as bad as Khamenei. Yeah, well, that's not news. I don't know if. Thank you for the article. They wrote a whole article about this. You got to be kidding me. Oh God, it's even the headline is not like, even the headline is nothing that I would care about. Like, yeah, no shit, really. Thank you for your insights, insider liars. Anyways, Trump says we won on tariffs. Actually, somebody said you actually won the case. What?
Well, we won on tariffs, actually. Somebody said you actually won the case. We won on tariffs. We had a decision that was wrong.
This is about the first decision. There's another one, by the way. There's another case that the Supreme Court's hearing regarding tariffs that is it's like the other ones, like he has this one's about the global emergency tariffs, and then he's got the ones for the fentanyl ones for Canada, China, and Mexico. There's several different tariffs, so I think one of the others is in the Supreme Court right now.
Very bad decision from certain standpoints.
I will, Becky. Thank you very much, dear. Thank you.
Whereas from other standpoints, a very powerful decision because it reaffirmed all the fact that we have all these various forms of tariffs that we felt right, but it totally reaffirmed it. It said you can use all of these tariffs. So we have all these vast menus of tariffs, and tariffs have made our country very rich. We have to charge tariffs to nations who play with their money. They move their money up and down like a yo-yo. We have to take care of nations that.
Oh, thanks for following me on Rumble, Janie. Thank you. I can see that. It just popped up right now. Thank you.
That have been good to us and fair to us, and we're going to take care of them.
You'll find all the regulars there, by the way, like Jillian and Daisy and them, and Mary's there.
Other nations, they haven't, and we haven't let them take advantage of.
Let's see. What is this? Tehran resembles ghost town as bombs rain down. Yeah, it's called warfare. What happened? That's funny. They're calling it a ghost town. Then they open with a shot of like dozens of cars on a road. It's a ghost town. There's like no one driving. It's a ghost town because you can't see the people. They're inside cars with tinted windows. What a dumb video. Who did? Okay, apparently Insider Paper just hired a complete moron. So I haven't seen stuff this stupid in the wild. Usually you guys are really good at lying. But this is just, I mean, come on. A ghost town? And look at all these people. Okay, that might be a ghost town right there. But no, see, there's a person there, there's a person there. Do you know what the definition of a ghost town is? Look at that. Oh, look at ghosts, 4 ghosts. Just meandering. Anyways. What is this one? Trump may embargo Spain. We already saw that one. Germany. Okay, Merz supports U.S. embargoing Spain. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Chancellor Merz supports the U.S. embargoing Spain and claims it's to convince them to increase NATO spending. Yes. And probably a regime change while you're at it.
The answer on that is quite simple. We are trying to convince Spain to catch up with the 3% or 3.5%.
How do you liberal men sit like that? I don't understand. Holy crap. Even in my most fit days, I could not cross my legs to save my life.
Which we agreed on in NATO, and as the president said, it's correct. Spain is the only one who is not willing to accept that.
You know why? You know why it's so easy for women to cross their legs? Their hips are wider, their legs are set further apart, and that's why they can cross their legs with ease. I have no idea how the guys are doing this.
And we are trying to convince them that this is a part of our common security, that we all have to comply with this numbers, and this is 3.5 for military and another 1.5 for our military infrastructure. So Spain has to comply with that.
Yeah, good stuff. Okay, what else is there? Trump says UK and parts of the European Union have to solve their illegal immigration problems. He says, in quotes, you have Sharia courts adjudicating law. Yeah, it's very true.
Illegal immigration.
You know what happens? You know how, even in America, by the way, you know how you're judged by a jury of your own peers? Well, imagine if your peers were all Islamists in New York City. And let's say there's a case where you're, let's say there's a case where you were assaulted. Someone threw rocks at you, okay? And it's a criminal case against the person who threw rocks at you. Well, if the jury's entirely Islamic, they're going to declare that not a crime. Right? Even though they're supposed to be interpreting the action, and whether it complied with existing laws. They're not going to acknowledge those laws. They're going to acknowledge the Quran. Like, oh yeah, he's totally allowed to throw rocks at that lady. Yeah, so we do.
Immigration, they got to solve that problem. And I must say, that's not only UK, that's other parts of the European Union that have the same problem. Immigration and energy. The energy is through the roof, the highest in the world. And the immigration was, I mean, look, you have places where in the UK, you have a terrible mayor of London, terrible, he's an incompetent guy. But you have Sharia courts. You don't have Sharia courts, you don't want Sharia courts. You have Sharia courts adjudicating law. So it's very simple. Immigration, very importantly, immigration and energy. And you bring it back. Otherwise, you're not going to bring it back.
Okay. What else is there? Trump's not happy with the UK. That's this one. Chancellor Merz says about Iran, he says, we are supporting the U.S. and Israel to get rid of this terrible terrorist regime. I mean, thank you for the gesture. I don't know, you didn't need to announce that. You know what I mean? And I say that because your kids are getting stabbed left and right in your own country by people who support Iran. You probably need to announce that. You probably should have just did it and just kept it quiet. And by the way, strong arm your media, threaten your media. I know you guys are great at that, right? Germany, you're the kings of censorship. You definitely could have, I don't know, forced Twitter and all the other social media and your own media to block any content about Iran in your country. And you could have supported the U.S. and not let these Islamists in your country know, because now they're going to stab all your kids. Jeez. I'm like, why'd you say that? Anyways, let's see what else is there. Iran media reports damage to the airport. Yeah, we already talked about that. Oh yeah, look at this. Twitter is suspending monetization for 90 days if you post AI video of this war or any war without denoting that it's AI generated. Something about authenticity or whatever. I mean, I don't know. Oh yeah, and Iran just sent another barrage of missiles to Israel. So that's that just posted right now, which means it's probably already landed. But you get the idea. Oh, those are tall. Those are going way up there. Look at that. I believe where the smoke trail ends is that where the atmosphere changes to like a different type of atmosphere that doesn't have smoke. It doesn't have the condensation trails. Anywho. So that's that. What else is there? Oh, yeah, some updates on the Pakistan-Afghanistan war. That's continuing. They're still attacking each other. It's been 5 days, and they're still at it. Let's see.
We've been bringing you all the updates from West Asia as the region and hostilities in the region go on increasing, but there are other developments taking place in South Asia. This is essentially between Pakistan and Afghanistan.
Now you know why Trump told India and Pakistan to knock it off. Yeah, these two, India and Pakistan, were fighting, waging war for a little bit because of the. You remember the attack at that one zip lining area? There's basically a tourist resort in India. Some Pakistani terrorists came over and started shooting people, and so they started to go to war. And then Trump told them to knock it off. And now clearly it's because we needed Pakistan to go after our actual enemies, not just their neighbors. You know.
There's a war happening there as well, and it continues to rage on. In the latest, Afghanistan has claimed that it struck several key installations in Pakistan, including an airbase near the capital Islamabad. But
it's interesting how far ahead this is all planned. You know what I mean? Like he knew that he would need Pakistan to devote their resources to Afghanistan. And yes, they are absolutely going after Afghanistan on our behalf. We did a huge trade deal with them, as well as a major investment in their oil infrastructure, and we're going to own half of it. The idea behind it is that if we own, the oil infrastructure, then we'll be defending it, and so no one will want to invade Pakistan, which means there'll be peace between Pakistan and India. So that's good too, right?
And this is Afghanistan's Air Force, which has said that it conducted precise and coordinated aerial operations targeting Noor Khan Air Base and the Gulna military camp in Rawalpindi. The country's Air Force added that it struck Khwazai camp in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and several other Pakistani military facilities and command centers. The Afghan Air Force have also claimed to have struck the 12th Corps Division headquarters in Quetta, Balochistan. Furthermore, the Afghanistan Air Force claimed that the strikes have caused significant damage to the intended targets. According to the Taliban government...
Look at that right there. That right there looks like it should be one big country, huh? Nice round little country there called Pakistan. Huh?
According to the Taliban government in Afghanistan, the operations have been carried out in response to aerial incursions by the Pakistani military, which struck Kabul, Bagram, and several other regions in Afghanistan. Pakistan has not reacted or confirmed the attacks. Both sides have been engaged in hostilities for last few days. Pakistan claims that its forces have killed more than 400 Afghan Taliban operatives so far.
I wonder whose equipment they're using. They have successfully landed strikes on Kabul airport, by the way, which is like I don't think it's at the border. Let's go look that up real quick. Let's go look up Kabul airport. You know that gigantic one where Biden had people falling off the planes when we were leaving? Yeah, that one. The one that we built. Oh no, I'm sorry. We built Bagram Air Force Base. This is Kabul International. But I believe it was Bagram that got hit. I'm not sure. I should have parked that story somewhere. See, that's the airport. Okay, it's not too far from the border. Well, no, Pakistan's down here. What is up here? What's this? Oh, that's China, I think. Yeah, that's China. Wow, so China's border comes all the way down to here, like that. All the way down to there. Jeez. Oh, no. It's Peshawar. No, that's a city. I don't know anymore. I don't care.
But it's just Peshawar. That's not Chinese. That's some other language. But why is this? Oh, it's Kahistan. K-O-H-I stan. Kahistan. This little pocket right there. And there's Pakistan. Okay, so Kabul is by the airport then. But which one got hit? Was it Bagram? Bagram Air Base. There it is. Still on the map, huh? And this is the one where the disastrous exit happened. And it is... Yeah, it's not too far from the airport. The Kabul airport. Got it. So it's right there. That's how strategic this was for us, guys. Bagram's right here. And well, no, Beijing's not even close. Anyways. Anywho. Right, back to this. That doesn't look real. This is like AI. This is the war with Pakistan has started. Pray for Afghanistan. Pakistan fighter jet destroyed.
Target damaged.
No, that's fake. That's fake. So the rocket makes contact first, and then a second later the plane explodes? See that? Yeah. Right? There. The rocket makes contact, it blows up, and then now the plane goes. That doesn't make any sense. This is fake. Nice propaganda, Afghanis. So this account's called Afghanistan Army. Let's see how many followers they have. 30,000, yeah. So they'll probably be demonetized pretty soon for posting AI war videos. I looked at the smoke and I'm like, that doesn't look like smoke. You know, that doesn't look like real smoke anyway. So it looks like a little marshmallows everywhere. Anyways. All right, guys, remember, I got 2 other channels, Frank's Show Clips and as well as Frank's Funny Shorts. Links to both of those are in the description. We're going to move on over to Rumble right now. We've got the bilateral meeting to watch Trump and Merce. We also got a presser with Marco Rubio, a lot of Q&A about the war. That's about 14 minutes long. And then we've got Joshua's episode today is about the FBI warning of terror sleeper cells, which I've been talking about literally when this went down last Saturday morning. Morning for us anyways. I said, hey, if you guys have plans to go anywhere crowded, maybe don't. Because these guys are going to be pissed off about this. And sure enough, we got the mass pew pew in Austin at the bar. So anyways, guys, you know where to go. The npcshow.com Rumble is right there. Right, and there's Foxhole. I'll see you guys over there for the watch party. Goodbye, YouTube. Remember, guys, Cash App, buy me a coffee, subscribe to our Patreon, and ways you can support the channel, or you can become a member like Beyond Ether. Look at that. Become a member. It's $3 a month, which is like 10 cents a show. Or you can do that on Rumby on this side. Bam, $5 a month, and you get access to our Rumble Premium Hangouts as well. We mainly talk about like food and pets during our Hangouts. We've been talking a lot about my Big Mac pizza. It's been pretty damn good. And we've been watching a lot of Uzbekistan restaurants, and they cook in like these giant cauldrons. Anyways, see you guys. Goodbye, YouTube. Have a great day. Please hit the like button, share it out. We'll see you tomorrow if you don't make it. Goodbye, YouTube.